What's going on, guys? Jaye the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. This was not a topic that I was going to speak on because I didn't really know that this story was going viral, I think, for the latter part of the afternoon, as far as Shannon Sharpe being accused of an act or acts by a Jane Doe who's being represented by the ambulance chaser himself, Tony Busby. Y'all know the guy who failed miserably going after Jay-Z. Well, he's back again. I spoke about Tony before. I spoke about him in the Deshaun Watson situation. Every time there's a black man with money, there he goes chasing after them with accusations, with quote unquote victims. Now, I want to say this and I want to make this very clear. I'm not here to defend somebody if they are guilty. We don't know if Shannon is guilty. All we know is there are allegations coming from her side, and she's represented by Tony Busby. And then we have Shannon Sharpe responding. This is why I said that I didn't know whether or not I was going to speak on this, because I didn't know whether or not Shannon Sharpe was going to respond, because he's been accused of a lot of different things. And he did. Shannon went on his socials and he posted everything. He posted everything. Now listen, if y'all want to go see these messages, I can link them in the description. I can link y'all to Shannon Sharpe's Twitter, and y'all can go and check this out for yourself. We're going to go over some highlighted points from the article, but it's very interesting how when this new when this new podcast deal was announced, this article was made on the 18th about Shannon Sharpe eyeing a $100 million plus podcast deal. Now, we haven't seen numbers like this for a podcast in a while, right? Now, people say, well, Shannon Sharpe got $100 million. He got $100 million from ESPN. But Shannon Sharpe he's part of a podcast network that he does his podcasts on. And Shannon Sharpe puts in a lot of work. Let me say this, though. I've had my disagreements with Shannon, but when he left Fox Sports 1, I knew that Shannon Sharpe would be a success. And I was right. He's part-time at ESPN. From what I understand, I don't know. I don't think he's up there every day. If anything has changed, y'all correct me in the comment section. But he's mainly building up his platform, right? Y'all know he has where he interviews people on Club Shay Shay, but he also does his podcast with Ocho, and it's very successful. They do big numbers over there. You want to know what the model of a podcast? Look at Shannon Sharpe. Look at Cameron and Mace, right? He's found the podcast formula, and he's very close to inking this deal. I don't know if he signed it yet, but I find it very interesting how this deal gets announced. And here's Tony Busby. I've had my disagreements with Shannon, but I don't like how all of a sudden this Jane Doe, who he named in his messages, her name is what, Gabriella? Oh, we gonna name names. Gabriella Zuniga. Now again, he put that out, not me. And all of a sudden, this podcast deal gets announced a few days ago. Now this woman has ran to Tony Busby making accusations. And again, we know Tony Busby is an ambulance chaser, but I would not doubt if Tony Busby hired some private investigator. And again, this is my opinion. I believe Tony Busby hired a private investigator to go look into athletes or ex-athletes who are doing very well for themselves. Have y'all noticed Tony Busby doesn't go after NFL players who may be struggling financially? Right? He don't go after them. He go after the ones who have money. He went after Deshaun Watson. He tried to go after Jay-Z, failed. Right? And now he's going after Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe has a history. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. He ended up leaving CBS due to some allegations made against him by a woman that he had been dealing with for years. He went to Fox Sports 1. He rebuilt himself up, built a brand for himself. And now he's on the verge of this $100 million podcast deal. Because again, Shannon Sharpe has a great work ethic. He's one of the best podcasters out there. You don't have to like Shannon. But, you know, you have to give props where props is due. Who's doing better in the podcasting space? Because podcasting has kind of declined a lot recently. There's not a lot of quality out there. It's a lot of quantity. But he's one of the ones that has found the formula. Him and Ocho. I believe they bring guests on. He's very good at what he does. I give him those props. I think it's messed up that some heifer is making these accusations when it seems like Shannon has receipts where this woman is, she's on some crazy time. $25,000 per cheek. What are we doing here? Look at this. She told him that she know he misses her big juicy assets. $25K for each cheek. We know what type of time she's on. She's on prostitute time. A lot of these women are on prostitute time. Right? Where did you find this one, Tony Busby? Okay. Like, was she out here escorting? Listen, Shannon, you got to find some better women to deal with. Because apparently, according to this woman's had a secretly recorded video. Let's get to this article. Shannon Sharpe's legal team calls lawsuit egregious attempt at blackmail, releases salacious text messages. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of assault, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. A day after Shannon Sharpe was served with a 13-page lawsuit by an anonymous plaintiff alleging assault and battery, Sharpe's legal team responded with a statement of its own. The statement posted to Sharpe's account on X and emailed to Awful Announcing via a PR team, names the anonymous alleged plaintiff and includes text containing salacious messages that the woman whom Sharpe's team alleges Gabriella Zuniga, again, it's already out there, purportedly sent to Sharpe between October 2023 and January of 2025. This is very interesting. You know why? Because during that time, he left Fox Sports and went on his own. So it seemed like this woman was pocket watching the whole time. See, Shannon, deal with women who you ain't got a trick off of. Because if she's talking about $25,000 per cheek, there might have been some tricking going on there. This lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. The statement reads, it is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. The lawsuit, which Sharpe was served on April 20th, and the details of which leaked through the media on April 21st, accused Sharpe of 2 instances of assault. He also states that Sharpe secretly recorded the plaintiff while she was intimate with him, and that he persistently pursued her after she attempted to break off their relationship. Sharpe's legal team, which Lanny J. Davis leads through his Washington, D.C. based firm, accuses Gabriella of being the one who secretly recorded an encounter. The statement also accuses Gabriella of altering that video, which Gabriella has purportedly not made available to Sharpe and his lawyers in full to blackmail Sharpe. The lawsuit states that the plaintiff is seeking $50 million in damages. Oh boy. This is lawsuit season. This is Me Too era 2.0, right? Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of assault, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. The statement reads, he stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Last week, Front Office Sports report that Sharpe was expecting a $100 million windfall as he pursued a new contract for his popular Club Shay and Nightcap podcasts. Sharpe appeared Monday morning on his regularly scheduled appearance on ESPN's First Take. ESPN has not commented on the matter because they probably think it's BS. And I think Shannon has probably been very transparent to them that, this is BS and we're going to win this. He says he's going to be vindicated. I can't say he isn't going to be vindicated. These heifers it's cold out here. You know what I think happened? I think he cut her off. I think Shannon cut her off, and she's been trying to get back ever since. She's been waiting for the opportunity. She might have been the one that went to Tony Busby because she knows that he likes to go after rich black men. The guy is weird. He's an ambulance chasing weirdo. Okay, that's not he on a losing streak, right? And I hope Shannon continues to fight this. I hope he's innocent. Let me just say this, because I'm not, people are like, when you're defending him, Jay, I'm defending the truth, and we don't really know the truth. Everything always, the right side of the argument is always in the middle, right? He dealt with this woman for a little over a year, and for some reason it stopped. And she's claiming she dumped him. Every woman say they dumped the man. Y'all notice that every woman always says they're the ones who ended the relationship. when in reality it probably was Shannon. That's why she's suing. If she wanted nothing to do with him, she would have left him alone and moved on with her life, but she did not do that, did she? She is now going after him for money. And I'm glad he not only is he putting the text message out, he's putting her name out there. You have no right to try to destroy a person's life without them being able to put your identity out there. Because looking at these messages, this heifer was on, I don't know what type of time she was on, but this was some egregious stuff that is on his socials. Y'all go check it out. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I will see y'all in the next one.